Hi everyone, and welcome back to Newegg TV. My name is Paul, and today we have a special guest here at the Newegg TV studios. This is John Scherer, and he is the CEO and founder of the O2 Hurricane Canless air system that we have here. And John, thank you very much for stopping by and talking to us today.
It's nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you as well. If you guys don't recognize him, John is, you might recognize him from the Video Professor series, which you're very famous for. Yep. Helped a lot of people out with those video series. And but now you're here to talk about a new product, right, which is the O2 Canless air system. So where did this product really originate from?
Well, to me, it came to me, a guy contacted me on my website and said, I'd like you to represent my product. And I said, oh, I don't know if I want to do it. I looked at it. I said, I don't know. And he said, well, I'm going to be in town in a week. Can you have coffee? So I decided, well, I'll have coffee with him. And I sat and had coffee with him. He had stacks of papers and facts on how bad canned air is for the environment, kids huffing it, dying from it, and how badly this product was needed. But at the time, it was a big, huge product. And so that's how it came to my attention. And maybe a week later, I called him and told him I'll take the project on.
So this is really a canned air replacement, an alternative,
yes,
to folks who might need that for cleaning purposes. For our audience, a lot of folks will use that for cleaning out a computer that gets filled with dust, but a lot of other applications as well.
Yeah, there's a ton of applications, and I'm just learning still every day something new. But I found that I didn't realize how bad canned air was. And I'd seen it used, but I didn't realize how dangerous. And so the more I read about the things he had me reading about, I realized there was such a need for this. They sell about 200 or 300 million cans of canned air a year. And so our dumps get 200 to 300 million cans of canned air every year thrown away.
So a lot of waste from that.
Yes.
So before we talk about the benefits of your system, let's talk about what it's replacing, canned air, and some of the dangers of that.
Well, it's got a lot of chemicals. Canned air, by the way, to those that don't know, to the viewers, canned air is not air. It's gas. It's compressed gas, and it's words I can't pronounce. A lot of words I can't pronounce.
We have a sample here. So here's canned air that a lot of folks are used to seeing.
Right.
You can buy it at the store.
Right.
And as you can see, very similar sizes for both of the products here. But a lot of benefits to using this one over this one.
Right. The thing about the biggest difference, there's several big differences. This is just air. This takes the air you breathe from this room right here, brings it in, and spits it out the little nozzle. That's it. This is compressed gas, and as you know, you pull this, it lasts about 4 to 6 seconds of power, and then it starts to dwindle, and you wait, it freezes up, you wait, and then use it again. This, you just pull it and go. It's nonstop. This maintains about over 150 miles an hour for about 10 to 12 minutes straight, which is a lot of canned air.
Yeah, if you tried to hold down a canned air,
right, you can't do it.
It would freeze in your hand.
We did a test. We held them side by side, and after about less than a minute, this was dead, and this just keeps going, of course.
On a single charge, these are rechargeable, by the way. How much juice do you get out of one of these?
One charge of this is equal to about 25 cans of this.
And that's just one charge?
One charge. And you can charge this about 500 times.
So that's a lot of cans of air that you're saving, not only the dangers of the canned air, but also the waste from the canned air. So that's a great example you mentioned here. If you look at canned air in general, they will have a fairly extensive list of warning labels. What sort of warnings are on the O2 Hurricane system?
None.
None? No warnings.
None.
It's family friendly.
Yes, family friendly. There are just no warnings.
All right, John, so now we've talked about the comparison of this as opposed to old school canned air methods. We've also got sort of the whole package right here. So if you do purchase the O2 Hurricane Canless air system, you do get everything that you see here. So apart from it being rechargeable, and again, you said how many charges do you get out of one of these?
You can get about 500.
About 500 each one, replacing roughly 25
about 25 cans of canned air.
25 cans of canned air. So you also, of course, get an AC adapter, so you can plug that in and charge it. About how long does it take to charge up?
in a few hours, in 4 or 5 hours, it's fully charged.
So 4 or 5 hours tops.
Yep.
You also get this, which I imagine is a air tubing dispensary. So
yes, that's what you call it. We call it a straw.
A straw. You get a straw. So the attachment here, which can go on the end, and that'll give you a bit more, allow you to direct the flow of air if you have to get into a tighter space, of course. And then, of course, you get the retail packaging, which is recycled material. I know you take a lot of pride in your work, and I also noticed this is made in America.
It is made in America. That was part of the deal when I took this on. I told him I would do this, but it has to be made in America. And for a while, I didn't think it was going to be. Very honestly, when we started out and moving along and parts and how we're going to do this and where we're going to assemble it, who's making the molds to make the unit itself. And one thing led to another, and it took me all around. And I've been on this, by the way, for about a year.
Okay.
And so it's been up and down, but it ended up being made down in Tucson. The company that makes the plastic, that made our molds to make this, asked if they could have the assembly piece, and I said yes. So because they love it. They're engineering backgrounds, and these are made by hand. They're not machine made. And I was down there last week watching the workers do it.
Awesome. So hello to any of you folks at the Tucson factory where the Canless air system is.
And I got to say, because when they told me this, I was impressed. 2 of the people that were assembling these used to work on Tomahawk missiles.
Oh, really?
So they're qualified. They're qualified.
So you could almost say Tomahawk missile technology
is in this. That's right.
Maybe not quite to that extent, but at least the expertise is being applied.
Oh, no,
of course.
And they were very good at putting these together.
All right, now, John, my first inclination would be to use this to clean out a dusty computer, but there's lots of other applications. What other uses would you say would benefit from the Canless air system?
Well, have you ever been to a car wash? You get through the car wash, they're drying your car, and they take an air hose and they blow the water out of the mirrors.
Oh yeah.
Out of the right. When you wash your car at home, maybe you don't, but if you ever do, anybody that does, you can take this and blow the water around just like the professionals do. And it's things like that. Somebody pointed that out to me. I said, geez, I didn't think of that. And cleaning tools, cleaning a workshop. If you have a workshop, this is awesome for it. We've had people cleaning plants. Plants is a big thing. To dust, if you've ever had to dust a plant,
oh yeah,
just take this and just shoot it off. Anything you use canned air for, and then some, you can use this.
Now, a couple questions for you real quick. One is there any danger for static electricity?
No, there's none.
None at all? Nope. Okay, that's an important thing, especially if you guys are using this on electronics, but anything delicate, as you mentioned. The other thing is that when you are using traditional canned air, you get condensation that builds up, and generally it can lead to liquid water, just condensation dripping off of it. So, especially with electronics, that can be a danger. So I would assume no danger here with that.
Well, if you're in the jungle, and you're using that air, it might be some moisture. Otherwise, no. This is just air.
Okay.
You can turn it any which way. It doesn't matter.
So yeah, as another good point with canned air, you can't really flip it upside down. This one you can use upside down, right side up, any given angle. So John, who would you say the target market is for this?
Well, target market is anybody that uses canned air now, and especially the corporate market. There are some corporations. There's one in particular that we're working with right now. One location, they have about 30,000 locations, and one location is spending $200 a day on canned air.
That's a lot of money.
A day.
Per day.
Yes, per day. So for corporate America, this will change the workplace. This will change, because the other thing with canned air, you've got to use it in a ventilated area. This you can use in a closet. You can be in a confined area. This you can clean a paper shredder with. With canned air, you can't. There's warnings to not do that. You wouldn't think it would be dangerous, but it is. So they don't have to worry. There's a lot of liability that comes with canned air. Companies selling canned air, by the way, shipping canned air will explode, can explode at 120 degrees or more.
Okay.
So if you're shipping it to Arizona in the summertime, you got liability.
Arizona does get hot.
It does get hot. If you leave canned air in your car in the summer, it will blow up. It will blow up.
So just sort of changing the way people can do the application of what they might use in canned air in the past, but you know it's volatile. There's dangers associated with it, so you just have a lot more applications.
The biggest thing I think that people, they have to change their mindset. They're so used to a little blast, a 4-second blast from canned air. This is not a 4-second blast. This is 10 minutes straight if you keep your finger on the trigger. So it's a whole different way of cleaning and doing something. You don't hear psst. You get this power coming out of this like this, and it's continuous.
And for anyone who might be interested in the O2 Hurricane Canless air system, what sort of investment is needed? Maybe a little bit more up front, but you do save over time?
Yes, it's less than $100.
Okay, so less than $100, but then again, if you count up just on a single charge, 25 cans of air, 500 charges, you do the math.
Yeah, you saved.
You're going to save money over time. So
you will.
So definitely an economical solution.
It is. They can try it, and they have 30 days. If it doesn't do everything we say, send it back.
So a 30-day guarantee for anyone who wants to try it.
And then it's warranted for a year.
And a 1-year warranty.
Anything goes wrong with it in a year, just send it in, we'll send you a brand new one.
All right, so 30-day money-back guarantee, 1-year warranty,
1-year warranty
if you have any problems with the system, and backed by, of course, the legendary John Scherer. All right, so John, thank you again so much for stopping by today and talking with us.
It was great being here.
Thanks to all you guys out there for watching Newegg TV. If you'd like to see more tech videos, you can check them out on our YouTube Newegg channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.